All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Bucharest Minor North American Qualifiers, day number 2, on what is now our final day. 4 teams have entered. Only one of these 4 teams will be advancing onto the minor event that is. We're looking forward to seeing who that one team is. We got our first match to kick it all off. This is a lower bracket matchup. These 2 teams losing their first initial matches. Anime11 Esports going up against compLexity Gaming here in this best of 3. The winner will move on to play Test 1, 2, 3 in the following round, and then the winner of that moving on to play Team, who's awaiting in the grand finals and looked very good yesterday. So that's what's on the line for today. 3 best of 3s, kicking it off with our first one here finally. Excited to be here. I'm BreakyCPK, as always lately, joined by Elevated. How you doing, man?
Good. I'm ready to see who is going to represent the wonderful country of North America in the minor. That's what I'm all about.
The wonderful country of North America, yes. Continent, some may say, even. No, but excited to be here, obviously, for these qualifiers. We got the Magnus first pick coming up for compLexity. Rubik response already from Anime11 Esports. Now, quick note, as I had mentioned while we were waiting on the delay, it was Anime11 Esports. They had they are using a couple of stand-ins. You may notice Shusui as well as Venom are both not here. They were waiting for confirmation. The Amas did decide to go ahead and let them use said stand-in. So they're using a couple technically. compLexity was actually very cool about it as well. So at least we're getting started. That's what matters. But Anime11 Esports, it's fair to say probably one of the underdog teams, the underdog team coming into this event. It's not going to make it much easier using a couple of stand-ins here, but again, at least competing, so we'll see how they do against a compLexity team that's trying to, find themselves with this new roster and is improving over time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is, to be honest, it looks like a pretty good warm-up series for compLexity. Obviously, Anime11, they got kind of stomped yesterday, and now they're using 2 different players. So it's a little hard to see them pulling it together here against a team that has been practicing and playing together. But we'll see. They draft the Enigma Rubik, so no counter to the black hole from the Rubik itself. But they're going to have a tough time dealing with this Magnus PA. These are 2 heroes that we've been seeing getting drafted a lot, and usually not on the same team for good reason. So,
yeah, I am shocked that they let compLexity get this combo. I mean, I do go back to Phantom Assassin. After the initial PA was being played post 7.20, and people were really still figuring out this hero and the ridiculous power of her. It has toned down a little bit. We see a lot of these like Terrorblade responses or whatever. They figured out how to play against her more of a time. But yeah, you let them get a Magnus to go with the PA, and now an IO on top of that. We're talking about, I mean, either 343 or Z-Freak will play. The Z-Freak plays a fantastic IO, though. They're giving up a lot of strong heroes here. I am very worried now for Anime11.
Yeah, I mean, these 3 heroes in particular, the 3 that are showing for compLexity right now are probably 3 of the top 5 most valued heroes in all of competitive Dota right now. Magnus is first pick material for good reason. He makes all of these agility carries stronger. Phantom Assassin, probably the best agility carry at the moment. And then Io, just historically the best competitive hero in the game just because of what it does for these teams when they're well coordinated. So definitely pretty worried for Anime11. They don't really have any tools to catch the IO, and frankly, they don't really have any tools to catch the PA other than this one big cooldown ultimate from Black Hole.
Dire team pick.
See if they answer that right here. Well, again, kind of answer it, I suppose. As I mentioned, this is the matchup that we are seeing a lot into Phantom Assassins, is the Terrorblade core. So not surprised to see Anime11 go that direction. That definitely is a sound pick itself. And it's not like their draft is necessarily horrific. I mean, they legit and great support. You mentioned the big black hole. Ultimate could most certainly turn the tide of fights. But yeah, compLexity now. We'll see what they 4th pick up right here to keep this momentum going when it comes to their draft. But it has been interesting to see. Interesting, I guess, is one way to put it. Also, maybe not the most exciting, but a reason why we're still seeing Terrorblade so much post 7.20 is because of this matchup I go back to. So there's the pug now.
Yeah, and also, again, something we've covered many times at this point, but just the fact that Terrorblade, he got nerfed. He can't target BKB targets or Magic Mean targets with the Sunder. but nothing else changed about the hero. He's still just as good as he was when he was being picked to win majors. So basically the same hero, just needs to be a little bit more careful about, not just running into a 10-second BKB PA expecting to be able to sunder them.
Yeah, that's very true. Again, it's high armor, though. Most certainly allows him to stand strong against that Phantom Assassin, ideally. But Pugna doesn't really care about your armor. He's got that Nether Blast to Crepify even on top of that. So the Pugna pick proving to be a very good one at that for complexity. Interested, though, because how things are shaping up right now, it's almost like they're going to be last picking a support. However, something tells me it's going to be a Magnus support. Just kind of be that empower bot for the Phantom Assassin, and he could still be effective with RPs. You could still get him a decent time Blink Dagger, and possibly finish off with either a mid or an offlane hero.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I also could see the Pugna being run as a support. I could see Limp on the Magnus mid. I could see the Pugna being offlane, Magnus mid, picking the support last. I feel like there's still a lot that could happen with this draft, but you definitely could be onto something thinking, we've seen the Magnus support run a number of times already, so it's definitely not out of the question. One thing interesting to note right now is that in this particular minor qualifier across all the regions, PA has a 22% win rate.
Really?
Yep.
What the hell happened, North America? That's actually crazy. Wait, so just in this minor qualifier?
All regions for the minor qualifier.
All regions. Wow. Yep. God, did she get touched in the following patches?
Nope.
Kind of just missed, or they, like I said, I guess people just kind of figured her out. That's interesting, though. Huh.
I would say that she is a bit overrated. I think that yes, she's very strong, but it's still PA. It's still a hero that you can blow up in the early game and suffers to magic damage and really offers one thing. Very one-dimensional hero.
Yeah.
It does the one thing better than any other hero in the game, which is man fight people. But other than that, it's like it has weaknesses. So I'm not surprised to see it losing a bunch, but 22% is way lower than I thought it was going to be.
It absolutely is, because again, that's coming off. It was something like at least close to the finish of the major qualifiers. It was like 72% win percentage in the majors, and that was just last week, in fact.
Yep.
So it's that is crazy to hear. Anyways, the Ember Spear final pick coming out after the Bane final pick from Complexity, so it is indeed going to be an offlane Magnus. Death, their new offlane player, he'll be playing it. They wanted the Bane, though, get more control to help take care of things. Z-Freak, of course, on the IO. But yeah, the Ember Spear final pick does seem like a fairly strong final option here for Anime11. So definitely like the finish, at least, to the draft.
Yeah, it's definitely good against the IO. It's good against the Pugna. Pretty good against the PA until PA gets the BKB, just because of the control that it provides. Root being a buffed mechanic. And Ember getting that buff to the armor as well is pretty helpful to him. He's not quite as squishy as he used to be.
So one of their stand-ins is QM333. He's going to be playing their Terrorblade as their core. Yeah, again, not a name that I'm familiar with. I don't know if you're recognizing him, but that's.
I don't recognize him. I recognize Alrin from Blue Pikachu.
That's
who's
who it
taking
is.
over the 5 slot from Venom.
Yeah, that's that's what the BP stands for. I knew I recognized that. That's right.
Yeah, but I don't know who this Terrorblade player is, but it does mean that Annihilate is going to shift from the 1 back to the 2. He's mostly played 2 in his competitive career anyway, so he's comfortable playing this Ember Spirit.
Prepare for battle.
All right, well, he's on that Ember. Going to end up in the mid lane, of course, matched up against the Pugna, ideally. So he's in the hands of Limp. IO and Bane heading out together with that tether up. And all 5 of Complexity are headed towards the bottom lane right now. Kind of beelining right down there for it. Sorry, I was adjusting something there. Okay. Apparently, so is 343. Going to reconnect. All right, so this Magnus Phantom Assassin, you got to think, obviously a lot of those games, I wonder if that's also kind of part of it too, because we were seeing the Magnus PA combination earlier on in the major qualifiers, at least. Because, again, that was still very new. People were really kind of figuring out this patch. They still are today, but eventually we started seeing Magnus specifically getting banned by a lot of teams. And then the whole Terror Blade in response also became very popular. So as far as the reasons as to why we seen that win percentage drop on the hero. But Magnus PA together with an IO on top of that. Again, the first 3 heroes from compLexity. I got to think if they happen to all be together, we'd definitely be high up there in the win percentage.
Yeah, you got to imagine that is the case. IO doesn't have the best Ags targets this game, so we will likely see him go for the spirit damage. But other than that, it's just a hero. It doesn't really matter what lineup you put this hero in. It's just going to be incredibly good and very hard for the other team to deal with. Other than that Ember Spirit, they don't have any real tools to catch the IO out. And even with the Ember Spirit being good at jumping a specific hero, he's a magic heavy burst in that early game, and IO's a strength hero, and that means he gets magic resistance.
Very true.
The battle begins.
And benefit from that, Z-Freak will also pick up this bounty rune. Nobody up at the top lane for this bounty rune. In fact, it's just going to be left there for now. Enigma figures somebody's there, but as we see, that's not the case. So this eventually will be picked up by, I don't know who, because they're trialing bottom lane. No, Bane is rotating. Okay, so 3-4-3 is making a move towards the middle. That is his ward on this side. We'll see if Ember Spirit overextends. He's going to get in.
Early pressure. Help the Pugna out.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a kill, but yeah, just harass. Say hello. This bounty rune's still here, by the way.
Yeah. Awkward. I think it's probably going to be there until the despawn, to be honest. Unless this Bane decides to run up there, but I feel like this Bane is most likely just going to stay mid, because this is one of the ways that you deal with an Enigma is you just put a hero that doesn't care that the Enigma is kind of annoying to deal with, and Magnus is good at killing Eidolons, and if you don't have 2 heroes here, then you're splitting the reduced experience less ways, which is just better for everybody.
All right, you see right there, using that shockwave, killing one of the Eidolons even. So Death taking full advantage of this lane matchup that he has at the bottom lane, though it's a defensive tri-lane being ran by our Radiant squad.
Could be in trouble.
Yeah, Z-Freak, he's got another tether though. Look at Sonic. Sonic's preparing this. And Z-Freak just simply walks away. Yeah, we're sitting here expecting a tether play, and he's just like, no, I'm just going to walk. That's the best. And so he's fine in the end. In fact, you also see Alrun getting very low.
Yeah, Bane makes the move to the bottom. And I would have to favor this IO Bane PA lane in a tri-lane scenario, especially with meta being down on cooldown now. Rubik, not that good of a defensive or even fighting support in the early stages.
Bane running into Rubik, though. The Frost Shield is a very good tool for the fighting. However, they're turning on to Sonic once again. Z-Freak trying to survive. He's going to get denied by the neutrals as they take out Sonic on that Rubik. Good movement again by Z-Freak. Ultimately setting that up and giving his team the first blood in the end.
Yeah, it was pretty stylish way to get that first blood, just delaying long enough before the suicide comes in to deny the experience in gold. And compLexity, happy with how this bottom lane is going. PA 11-0, Terrorblade only 7-3. Mid lane going very heavily in Limp's favor with that help from the Bane early on.
And you have to remember that, as you mentioned, that the help right there certainly giving him an advantage too, but even so, he is maximizing it for sure, nearly doubling the CS, also denies thrown in. Death of the top lane, really no different for him as we kind of expected. He's 12-1 against a 5-5 Enigma. He's had several Eidolon kills on top of that, so having a fantastic time. Across the board, the CS looking very good early on for compLexity as we approach the early 3-minute mark here. Sentry War going to be destroyed down here as at the pole camp, it looked like. Some good counter there, but compLexity is kind of just controlling this pole camp area. It's the Bane IO combo. I mean, Bane himself is already annoying to deal with in the lane. You throw an IO on top of him, that sounds near impossible.
Yeah, it's also a great tether target for the IO because Bane has one of the highest movement speeds on any support without any movement speed items, and that just means that IO goes from a slow little cube to a speedy, annoying, healing fountain.
He might come into play right here. There we go. 3-4-3. Again, he doesn't have any damage on himself, though, so he's going to need a tango, or yes, he will need a tango right here with that tether. Going to start healing up 3-4-3. Gets just far enough. Alrun dies to Miracle. Goes in with the dagger and a couple of auto attacks later to finish him off. You have the metaform from Terrorblade, but obviously complexity will play it smart. Just simply fall back, not get in range.
And this is what IO does. He just allows you to play right on that edge of disaster at all times.
Oh, they're going in. They want to kill Terrorblade. They might have gone too far, though. 3 for 3 is dead, and they definitely did. That Frost Shield comes out. And now Phantom Assassin, he's probably dead. Yeah, Phantom Strike still on cooldown for another second right there. All right, living on the edge. Sometimes you fall off that edge, even with the IO teammate.
Yeah, completely overestimating their damage there. They just, I mean, this Terrorblade still has 14 armor. I don't care if he's being tri-landed and he's only level 3.
Yeah.
14 armor plus the Frost Shield, you're not doing very much damage.
Yeah, it's almost like they forgot about that Frost Shield ability. Will that come into play once again? QM333, he does go down. This time it works out. Alrin throws the Frost Shield on himself at the last second. He's trying to live now, too, so he will be fine, but they lose the Terrorblade. So that's what complexity had in mind. What they were trying to do before. This time just a little bit better execution, and it will open up some 5-minute bounty rune control on top of that. So yes, this bounty rune is still here, by the way. You are right. So essentially one bounty rune going to nobody. Not optimal.
Death grabs the one top, so it's 4 bounty runes to complexity. And Pugna solo kills an Ember. That's not supposed to happen.
No.
And this lane is getting out of hand. This Pugna more than doubling the CS, has almost as many denies as the Ember Spirit has creep kills.
Yeah.
This tier 1 tower is not long for this world in the mid lane.
Yeah, I'll see in the Annihilate, cooldown was ready for Flame Guard. He didn't have the mana though. He had a mango, so he just simply did not react in time. Is what that came down to. I don't know if he thought he could run out of the Nether Blast and think, you know, being living on the edge, but either way, it didn't work out. Limp destroying in this middle lane, and 343 is rotating in. Annihilate pings him out, but that's all he can do. He does have his own supports nearby. 343 is going to run right into them. Yeah, he did not expect this. Pugna's going to do what he can. The Drain left. He should be able to kill Rubik. Yep, the Brains have to finish the job. Sleep up on a Lich. However, that Frost Shield still slowing things down. 343 will go down. Makes it a 1-for-1 at least. More farm for Limp is a way to look at it. And so complexity, I still think, is happy with that.
Definitely. He is at a mountain now, so he's not going to be able to finish out this tier 1 tower quite yet. Going to have to maybe go hit the showers, hit the shrine, and come back full. Although, nope, he's just going to pass off the bottle. 343. Doing a great job supporting there. Yeah. Limp bottling up, dropping the talismans, and press F to pay respects for this tier 1.
It's definitely in trouble. Not much more they can do. Fortification, not ready. There's a scan from the Radiant over here, but it's not going to hit. No one's there. And now Sonic and Aran think they have a chance. Look at the positioning, though, of Limp. It's like he just knew this was coming. I mean, he has a ward down, but I don't know if it really saw all the way over there. It just simply was a good heads up.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally no heroes in the bottom lane. There's nobody helping this Enigma top, so where else could the supports possibly be?
Yeah.
Just a good read by a very good player.
Well, 343 found them. He's having some fun in the jungle over here, and well, too much fun. 3 heroes come together. The Frost Shield going to have to be used. You mentioned how fast he is. That is coming into play. Sinister's Gaze. IO with the save. It's not enough, though. He only had the stick kill, and that was really it. But Miracle jumps in, and he's going to beat down Rubik. You see this Illusion's kind of swarming him, though, with the metaphor, but now with Pugna here, Terrorblade immediately regrets sticking around. Yeah, minus or no armor really coming into play there, obviously, as he's all that magic damage. That shows.
We might see a black hole here in the top lane. Death is crushing this lane as well. Enigma does have 23 denies. A lot of those are just the Eidolon spawning, however.
Yeah.
And this Magnus is going to have a very nice game set up for him. Going for the Arcanes first. We'll eventually head for that Blink Dagger, but for now, he's happy to just farm away.
Yeah, it's not only the Eidolon spawns, but I think he has been denying his own Eidolons a bit too, so it's that mixed in. So, but yeah, yep. Big picture, Magnus is definitely having a very good time as well. It's kind of the theme of complexity in this game. 8.5 minutes in, really. 5,000 or 6,000 net worth lead.
Sonic.
He's hiding.
Very close to being found by those spirits. Only level 3 at 8 minutes. If he gets found, he is going to disappear.
Yeah. Phantom Assassin does have that coup de grace. Sonic's going to be hidden for the time being, though. It's like he's waiting for some kind of TP support or seeing if anything's going to happen. Just leeching experience, I suppose. While we're watching him sit in the trees, I'm missing a kill. It was just simply Bane rotating and 3 heroes collapsing on him, though, it looks like. So
they're just going to push high ground. They have Pugna level 4 Nether Blast and a Catapult Wave. And there's actually no way that Anime11 can really contest this right now.
No. Metaform still 40 seconds. They're going to get the rotation at least. So they're happy.
Eat the Catapult. That'll stop the push.
Yeah. They get the TP. Magnus even more free farm at the top lane. I guess the way to look at it, he's going to put some pressure on that tier 1 tower. And Terrorblade farming in the jungle nearby. Magnus, he's going to find him. No RP yet. Trying to take the CS from him, but with Rubik and Amber Spirit coming over, Death might have overextended. Now there's the RP, but it doesn't matter. You mentioned no skewer yet. He chose to, you know what, he was sitting on a point there. He leveled up RP instead of the skewer.
Yeah, that was a little awkward. He definitely overextended, got a little too greedy. Kind of feeling just how one-sided this game has been so far. Overplays his hand. It's a very, very common mistake. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about that wasted RP either. But regardless, complexity in a very good spot.
Not too concerning. Auron picks up that regen rune just to deny it, if anything, from the opposition. But Enigma now pushing out the bottom. See, he's just trying to, you know, essentially get his first item here after that soul ring. Might be delayed though.
Flow could be in trouble here. Does have the black hole.
He's gonna throw it out. Enigma's just waiting though. He's like, if you black holes, I'm ready to stop. So, not much more Flo could do about this. Yeah, eventually he was just simply gonna die. It's just a matter of time. At least he got the catapult before. Positive news.
Yeah, I almost would have liked to see 343 not show there and see if they could bait out that black hole because it's such a huge cooldown. But easy kill for the PA. PA is second in net worth and full item ahead of the Terrorblade.
Ember Spirit, though, he's pushing out top lane. He's got his bottle, he power treads, one Wraith Band. What is this? This is old school. There's a triple Wraith Band. Rubik, he's fine. Eighth of Lane's on limp, though, so shown there. And the last of Drain Life even going to be extra long as Rubik, he's level 6. He steals the Nether Blast, but he might not live long with it. He's going to throw away 343, and so he will for the time being. Root comes out. Annihilate, though, cannot commit. Has to stay back. Phantom Assassin's just farming away in the jungle. Is she going the Battle Fury? Is she? No, she's going to go the Desolator this game.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Actually, almost like she's 2 items ahead of the Terrorblade because she gets a free Battle Fury from the Magnus, and it can just go for straight damage.
Yeah.
Does need to be a little careful trying to solo kill this Enigma, who is level 9, actually higher level than Miracle.
Oh boy, he's hiding again. He knows. There is this ward over here that's helped spot too, but now this scan hit over here. Flo though, yeah, now he knows he's in trouble. He's just gonna try for the TP. They do not have a stopper, and oh, Bane could not get there in time. Sleep range, not the longest. Oh boy, they just smoked right on top of a ward, by the way. However,
spoken to this, kind of not paying attention, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, no pings came out. I don't think complexity even realized.
How could they not? They have a ward right there, and the entire team just disappeared. But
it doesn't
wasn't
matter.
able. Yeah, they weren't able to get the Rubik in position. They had the Terrorblade in front, who's definitely not, you know, a disabling hero in any remote sense of that word. So they really need the Rubik to be up first. But even then, I don't know if they have enough lockdown and damage to kill the Magnus before he skewers out.
Interesting here. Io and Magnus being chased down. Magnus does have his RP back up. Okay. Turn and kill Rubik. That's a play. Fiend's Grip locking on Ember Spirit. And with Pugna nearby, the Drain Life hitting. The RP on the solo Terrorblade back here. Going to pull him right back into the team. It's just, it's looking ugly for Anime11 Esports right now. The complexity is catching them one by one. 9,000 net worth lead at 13.5 minutes.
Yeah, they don't look very coordinated. I mean, as expected.
Yeah.
2 stand-in players. The team itself had formed just right before the qualifier.
It's one of those open qualifier teams that, you know, figure put a team together, see what they can make happen, and you know, kind of hopeful going into a 4-team event. One of the 4 teams advance on. You never know. Things are, you know, looking good for you. A newer patch and everything, but compLexity, no doubt, proven to be the better team, at least here in Game 1. As they are absolutely rolling all over them. Lich will manage to barely survive.
Raindrops are very, very strong.
Yes.
Even when you're far behind.
Yes. Only reason he lives there. Still not level 6 himself, so no Chain Frost presence even yet.
They're just going to head right into the pit. They've got the Desolator coming out to Miracle.
All right.
PA, one of the better Roshan killers in the game, especially with the new buff to Phantom Strike. Got the IO to heal him up. He's got the Magnus to buff him up. And he's going to be unstoppable here once he claims his Aegis.
It's almost like they drafted around supporting this Phantom Assassin.
Fancy that.
Yeah. Only there's a way to prevent that. Aegis picked up by Phantom Assassin. Easy for her. As 15-minute bounty runes are also going to spawn, and compLexity is already on point to at least take the top ones. Down here, Phantom Assassin tries to grab this one, but yeah, I was expecting the dagger right there, but doesn't use it. Up here.
Nope.
Oh, that burst. The Frost Shield comes out at the last second. Is going to help keep him alive in the end, but a lot of up front. Is that the...
I really like...
Okay.
Sorry.
It's the Helm of the Dominator. I had to figure out what the Satyr was.
Trying to kite them away from their tower. Save a little bit longer if they can. I really like this Glimmer Cake build on Pugna. It just fits the hero so well. Needs the magic resistance. It gives him a way to kind of dodge in and out of fights with his fast movement speed. Utility for his team as well.
Yeah. And Limp's making a... I mean, really hasn't come into play just yet, to be fair, but potentially will be making plays with it. Middle lane. Oh, he crit the creep. There we go. Yeah, a little bit of a misclick there for Miracle. Or maybe that was on purpose. He just wanted to intimidate him.
So yeah, it's just a warning shot.
Get out of my way.
Annihilate a chance to get out of here, but
how kind.
Good manners.
Yeah.
Chivalrous.
I can respect that. Yeah, very, very respectful there. That's a compLexity after all. Organization, you know, thrives on its good manners. Wanted to make sure. I don't know where I was going with that. Middle lane. I know.
Oh, goodbye.
Yeah, he's like, all right, second chance.
You had the warning shot.
Yeah.
He gave you a chance.
Blink
no
on
respect.
Magnus. He's got the RP again, and yeah, speaking of Anime11, they are respecting now that Phantom Assassin. If they weren't before, they're just all sitting in their base. So that's really all they can do. Smoke play from compLexity behind. Might as well, I suppose, try to sneak in.
Yeah, just get death in position for an RP, really, if they are up too far defending.
Oof. He went for the attack first. If he skewers right away, he might get him, but slight misclick there.
Sieging with a Pugna, it's a pretty easy game. You just sit back, make the other team try and stop this from happening. See that Frost Shield going up on the tower, but fairly longer cooldown, can only do so often. Ends up being an easy tower kill, and now going for the melee racks. Enigma trying to find his opportunity, but no blink, force staff, or anything like that, so the whole walk up and black hole strategy isn't necessarily the most effective. Yeah, he's thinking about it, but if you really want to solo black hole and Aegis PA, I don't know if that's worth it.
The answer's no. They're doing a lot of damage, though. They get him pretty low. But eventually, the Nether Blast finishes off the racks. Z-Freak will heal up Miracle, and he'll fall back and farm some more creeps.
One more Nether Blast should do it. And Lane of Racks goes down. 16k at 18 minutes. compLexity well on their way to Game 2 of this series.
They gotta finish the job, though. As okay, they're having fun there. Limp was drain lifing Z-Freak, and Z-Freak is
Radiant's top shrine is under
okay.
attack.
Well, healing him up, I guess.
Did it work?
I don't. It was hard to say.
Because it looks like Limp's pretty low on life.
I don't think it worked as they hoped for.
Probably just wanted to try it out.
Yeah. Never really thought about this.
It's kind of like the IO Morphling, tethering the IO.
Yeah.
Seeing if you can get the infinite heal.
Does the game
Not
just
how it works.
crash or something? Yeah. Phantom Assassin Manta styles online. Doesn't really need a BKB this game. And the biggest threat is that black hole, and it wouldn't help against that anyways.
Yep.
Not
Just going
concerning.
for the dispel and the chains. And the reflection being more important in this game, and
Radiant's bottom
why not?
shrine
And then he's going to
is
go
under
for the
attack.
Abyssal Blade, so he can actually guarantee finish off kills in fights.
I suppose
Probably goes for the Dagon.
you could argue that maybe if this was a much closer game or serious, even that he could go with the BKB just simply for the Terrorblade, the Sunder, and no longer
Yeah.
piercing. So, but again, with a game like this, the lead that they have, he's understandably not concerned at all.
Yeah, Terrorblade is definitely not the problem right now.
No.
You know, I think that this game,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
even if it was closer, you probably still go the Manta and the BKB, just because you don't want to be popping BKB to get out of Searing Chains.
Don't
It's
have
also
that-
pretty good against Chain Frost.
Yeah. No, Manta is a
Radiant's bottom
valuable
tower
item in this
has
game
fallen.
for Miracle. You get the
Meta is
tower.
popped.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, we knew that was eventually coming. Here's another one. Doesn't crit.
That's what you get for standing in.
Yeah. If he sees you, that Q's coming. Which you might as well buy back, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those cases. Your team, game one of a best of three, you know, when is enough, right? It's when are you just banging your head against that brick wall and you're not going to get really much out of the game. It's almost more frustrated as the game moves on. Not saying that that's what's happening here, but I've always kind of thought about that when we do have these very obvious one-sided games in a best of three. That's I think there is an argument to be made. It's at some point you're just hanging in a little too long.
Yeah, usually, I mean, they want to use this black hole, right? They need to use this skill at least once and see what happens. And usually you wait for that one timing, maybe with a BKB on your core or a big smoke play to a specific objective like Roshan. If it doesn't work then you call it. But they really haven't even had a chance to really take a fight yet.
Yeah, that's fair. Got the blink. So maybe it's coming up here. Phantom Assassin. No more Aegis, remember. Sinister's gaze in, but I mean, you can't just help but laugh at that. That was hilarious. Melee Rack's falling. Terrorblade's like, fight me. He doesn't care. Enigma's still hoping for that chance. There we go. There's a black hole. Isle's already telling the RP it's nothing from Magnus. Not the greatest execution from compLexity right here, but it's almost like their farm is going to make it not matter. The massive lead that they have. So they're just rolling over this fight. A double kill for Miracle. They just clean them all up. GG's are called. That's game one. Pretty easy victory for compLexity. But you know what? It really, a lot of this does go back to the draft, to be fair. You give up Magnus, Phantom Assassin, and IO in your first three picks. The outcome wasn't going to be different.
No, they gave up a very aggressive combo in the PA and Mag, a very aggressive hero in the Pugna, and two very aggressive supports in the IO Bane, and then they picked a Terrorblade Enigma
Dire
with Lich
victory.
Rubik supports. You're never going to win this game under any circumstances.
Yeah.
So, back to the drawing board. Anime11, I don't think that they're going to give up both the PA and Mag again. Probably ban out at least one of those, maybe grab the other one for themselves.
Yeah. Again, the Magnus ban seems like it's been the theme for a lot of these teams. Give up PA's fine. You pick the Terrorblade in response. That's kind of been the theme, and then see how it plays out from there. But no doubt a little bit more than that, too. But that's where it at least starts. So we'll see what the draft looked like as we get into game number 2, just around the corner here. But that game, one of the books here for compLexity, taking out Anime11 Esports in the first game, heading into that game 2 with a lot of momentum here for the PGL Bucharest qualifiers for the minor event in the North America region. BreakyCPK joined by Elevated. Stay tuned, guys. We got that game number 2 coming up next.